Right, week 9. This is the spoil yourself week. How many of you really take time out to spoil yourself? Everybody, now go to deal sites as Groupon, Voucher. What's the other one? There's another one in there. But you know the deal sites? Who doesn't know what a deal site is? Yeah, Groupon, and they've got spas and massages and everything on there. Week number 9, you can go to the gym. Sometimes you can just go to gym where you can get a pass where you can just go there for a week for next to nothing as well. Candidate baths. When was the last time anybody had a candidate bath? Nobody. Week 9, please have a candidate bath and have the music that you chose playing in the background as well. It's very important that you spoil yourself and just take that time out for you and reflect. It's so important you do that. Not candidate bath with your partner, with your partner that you are linked up with in this today, not with them in the bath. Week number 9, you're going to communicate with them. That's what you're going to be doing as well. Okay? So then you, for example, those of you that, hands up that don't have a partner in here? Everyone's got a partner. Who doesn't have a partner? Right. Okay, because they're the latecomers, isn't it? So, how many's there? 1.
Oh, sorry.
You don't listen, see? Hands up those that don't have a partner.
As in a partner to communicate with for the exercises?
Afterwards. So you two can be a partner. And yeah, Zainab can possibly partner with Rachel. Okay, that's what you do in week number 9. Right, also week number 9, when you're out and about, asking a man for the time, directions, post office, train station, and hide the phone. By then, you would have had enough practice by then to be confident enough to ask a lot of questions of the men outside. So, if you're asking for directions or the post office or the train station, don't just ask it, because if he asks you another question back, then you may look a little bit silly. So, if there's a station or a post office, find out the name of it as well. The whole purpose of this is to strike a conversation. Don't give it any other meaning. And these are the men that you like the look of as well. Doesn't matter if he's not your type. Supermarket. If he's down by the deodorant area, you could say, I'm having difficulty choosing a nice linked deodorant for my brother or nephew. Can you please help me to choose one? Now, why have I included brother-nephew in there?
So he knows it's not your husband.
Brilliant. So he then knows you're making it. You're letting him know I'm possibly single. Does that make sense? Because we could think, oh well, she might be asking for a boyfriend or whatever. Because we're not going to know. Yeah.
Do we have to buy that next deodorant?
You have to buy it. You're
Oh, getting information.
striking a conversation. Put it in your basket and then put it back when you buy the milk car, buy the bananas or something. Yeah? The whole purpose of this is that you are striking a conversation. You're not asking him to marry him, you're not asking him to give you his children, nothing. It's just striking initial conversation. Some of you have this association with, oh, I can't do that because supposing X, Y, Z, supposing he doesn't have links, supposing he doesn't have links, supposing he finds out I don't have a nephew, all this kind of stuff. But it's true, don't do these things, you start telling yourself these stuff, and then what happens then, you tell yourself these things, it prevents you from taking action. That's why, yeah, you agree with that? That's why the women that say men do not like to be approached by women are usually the women that are the ones that are not taking a lot of action, and by them saying that, it justifies why they don't approach the men they like in the first place. Whereas if there's men over there, you can ask them on the panel, and it's the way, as Sean said, it's the way that she comes across. If there's a woman that approaches him in a correct manner, and it depends on how she comes across. He's not going to think, you know, she's needy or she's desperate. If anything, as he said, if she sounds confident, she sounds knowledgeable, and that's interesting because a lot of women don't do that, which you can elaborate on when we do the panel. Sports shops. I was in a shop once, and this woman asked. She picked up this mirror with a football player on it, and I think it was Arsenal. And she says to me, basically she's asking me, does a player play for this team? And he wasn't. He was a player that played for Tottenham. I think it was Berbatov. Berbatov used to play for Tottenham Arsenal. It's a rivalry for the educated women who know about football. So basically, it's the wrong thing to say, basically. But it can be a good thing to say because, for example, who does Wayne Rooney play for? Who?
Man U.
Man U, thank you. Right, so the majority of you didn't know that. So if you ask a man, if you're in a sports shop and you're looking for a shirt or whatever, and you say, excuse me, does Wayne Rooney play for, who does he play for? Liverpool. One, he's going to internalise that as quite funny. He's going to know you're not clued up with football, which could be a joking thing, okay? But Wayne Rooney plays for Manchester United. So basically, that would strike a conversation there. Or you could just say to him, I want to buy a football shirt for my nephew again. Which one do you reckon I should get? The home and away, because I'm not used to this kind of stuff. Men will be hanging out in sports shops all day long. And none of you go into sports shops on a regular basis as well. So that's where men are going to, one of the main areas where men are going to be, especially now, and especially the best times is usually July, beginning of August, because this football season starts mid-August, and everybody's buying new shirts. Networking events and conferences as well. Like-minded people, business-minded, if you want a business-minded professional person, and they're going to be there as well. London Transport. Now, when you're going on the platform, it's very important that you scan the platform, the seating area, and position yourself as close to him as possible, and strike a conversation. So if you're walking along the tube or the train, whatever you're focusing on, as soon as you hit that platform, right, you're scanning. And the men that you like the look of, I don't mean actually stepping on his toes, but make sure you're positioned that when the carriage door opens, you're going to be walking in more or less together or close together. Does that make sense? As opposed to, oh my God, he looks too nice for me, I'm going to stand here and I know he's going to come over. How many of you have honestly done that? Just me then. Right. Okay? Strike a conversation. By this time, you would have enough information to strike a conversation by then. If he has an iPad, if he has an iPhone, you could ask him, I'm thinking of switching from Samsung to iPhone. What do you, how's your phone? He will tell you. Okay?
You won't think you're nuts going
No,
out
you
like
won't.
7 o'clock.
You can ask the panelists, you can ask the men on the panel as well. Believe me. As I'll say. Okay? That's week number 9. Each day, ask 2 men, this is in week 9. I want you each day to ask 2 men for the time and say thank you so much, and have a fantastic day, smile and walk on. Drop something in the supermarket, hanky, tangerine, banana, something soft. You want me?
Drop something.
When he picks it up, say thank you so much and say hi, my name is Rajan, and watch him take control from there and give you a dating business card. Call your partner from today and share ideas and experiences and encourage each other as well. Okay? So you're communicating with your partner at this point as well. Plan to attend an event together, a singles event.
Halloween party, Halloween.
Halloween, yeah. And email me a weekly update. So after each week, I want an email of an update.